rest. But let's talk speed climbing on the show next, because tomorrow Warwick University are hosting the Speed Climbing Championships. If you've not seen videos of this on the internet, all I would say is go and have a look when you can on the internet, because they get up the walls super quick. It is actually amazing. Let's meet a few of the people who are taking part on Saturday. Hopefully we'll meet Josh Brains, who's a local athlete, but at the minute we've got Louise Flockhart on the line with us this evening. Hi Louise, you okay?
Hi, I'm good, thank you.
Good, lovely to chat to you. And I'm told you've won this for the last couple of years, yeah?
Yeah, so I am the current British speed climbing champion for the last 2 years. It was a bit unexpected, but I did manage to retain the title.
That is some going. So you mentioned you are the reigning champion. So is that in terms of you've done it the quickest?
Yeah, so the way that it works is a head-to-head competition, and if you win the semi-final and the final, then you progress and obviously win. So although I'm the British speed climbing champion, I'm not the fastest, but the nature of the sport is that the other person could fall off, and that's basically how I won, is that someone else slipped and I got to the top quicker.
Wow, okay. And do you remember how long it took you to get to the top?
Yeah, so my PB is around 9 seconds.
9 seconds?
Yes, so it's a very quick sport, the fastest Olympic sport at the minute.
That is amazing. So hopefully, touch wood, on Saturday, I'm coming to see you guys to record for my show on a Tuesday, which is basically all about grassroots sports. So this is a great one to try, and they're hopefully going to see if I can let me up the wall. I don't think I'll be doing it in 9 seconds though, Louise. I would say
maybe not.
I am absolutely afraid of heights. I'll be completely honest. So the thought of even going up, let alone doing it in 9 seconds, incredible 9 seconds. Sorry, I just can't get over that. So you must have been involved in the sport for a very long time then, yeah?
Yeah, I think I started before COVID, maybe in about 2018, 2019, and that's because there was a good community. I'm from Edinburgh, and there was a really good community around the speed wall in Edinburgh. So I just got into it originally through regular climbing, and then because we had the facilities, I picked it up.
Oh, amazing. So, it's because it's quite a niche sport, isn't it, to get into?
Yeah, definitely.
I find that as quite a niche sport. But, what's it like? What's the speed climbing scene like across England?
The community in the UK, the community is quite small, but it's fantastic. Everyone's really supportive. Everyone's pushing each other on because there's less people doing it. We want to improve as a country on the international scene. Which basically means that everyone wants everyone to do well, and it's really, really lovely.
Amazing. Well, I wish, looking forward then to the weekend, I guess. I know you're representing Newcastle University. I guess, are you looking forward to coming back to Warwick? Because I've been before to the climbing wall. I did it I didn't do the speed climbing. I think I did the wall just across from it on our Summer Saturday show. And again, I was horrible. I absolutely hated climbing it. But I have been, and it's an incredible facility. So you're looking forward to coming back?
Yeah, it's a great facility. I haven't been in a wee while. I'm more excited for the speed than the lead, which is much taller and takes much more time. But me and my teammates are all really excited to head down to Warwick.
Amazing. Well, I wish you all the best. Hopefully we'll try and catch up with you on Saturday. And I guess last question, you feeling confident?
I would say, yeah, I'm feeling pretty confident. But, you never know what's going to happen with speed. So I guess everyone will have to watch and see.
Absolutely. Well, Louise, all the best. And I'm sure hopefully we'll catch up with you on Saturday. That is Louise there speaking to us, taking part in the competition on Saturday. And I've also been joined in the studio by Elliot, who is with me live. How are you, Elliot? You okay?
Hello, I'm great. Thank you. Very much looking forward to the weekend.
Good. So how much of a role have you been playing? So you're kind of a bit of an organiser of the event. How long is this? I know it's in its third year this year, but it's always a bit of an admin headache.
Oh, an admin headache, absolutely. A financial headache, a climbing headache, a logistical headache, everything. But it's my baby and I absolutely love it. I started the event with my fiance back in 2023, my final year when I was a student at the University of Warwick. Mm-hmm. I've continued in the higher education sector. I now work in the University of Leeds, but every year I come back and in close partnership with the climbing wall there and the amazing climbing club that is at the university, we deliver this event every year, and the entire student climbing community celebrates climbing in all of its forms together.
I have to say, I loved, and I maybe have to try, between now and 7, I have to try and maybe find and dig out this audio, because when we had our Summer Saturday show, we had the opportunity to go up the wall. Now, me and Dan Sambell, who was the presenter, we both are terrible, afraid of heights. And I was really proud of myself, and I got all the way to the top. And then they said, look down, and walk down. And I said, I beg your pardon. And they said, walk down. I was like, are you joking? So you can't be afraid of heights to do this, can you? You know, and hearing from Louise as well, she gets up that wall in 9 seconds.
It's a long way to go, and it's an even longer way when you look down afterwards.
Talk to me about, I know you mentioned you've got a bit of background in this, of course, previously at the university. So has it always been climbing for you?
I think climbing is a sport that really often appeals to people who don't consider themselves to be conventionally sporty. I think there's a real thing that happens where if you are in high school or you're a young kid and you get pushed into the conventional sports that people get pushed into football, into things like that, and you don't get on with them, the divide between people who are active and engaged in sports and people who aren't engaged in sports grows and grows. And that was me. I was on the side that, you know, I wasn't good at football. Everyone else was good at it, and I got pushed down, and I thought sport isn't for me. And then when I reached the age of about 13 or so, I went climbing at a local centre with my parents. And then everything clicked. And when you do climbing, and I would encourage everyone who's listening to this to try it at least once, everyone starts on the same sort of playing field. It's so different to another sport that you might have tried that everyone starts out as a complete beginner. And that makes it really welcoming for people who haven't done sports before. It means that everyone is in the same boat, learning something completely new, looking down from the top of the wall like you did and going, oh my goodness, this is horrifying. And then you overcome that. Yeah. And that's what makes it so captivating.
That's really interesting. Is it, I guess as well, is it hard to learn? Is it hard to get good at?
It's getting easier and easier because there's so many great facilities like Warwick Sport and Wellness Hub, like other facilities like it across the country. It's a really easy sport to get into. If you're Louise Flockhart, it's very, very hard to get to that level. She is incredibly talented as an athlete, and we'll see that on Saturday if you tune into our live stream. However, to get going, all you need to do, you can be on your own, you can be with friends, you can be any fitness level you want. All you need to do is turn up to your local climbing wall, sign a form, accept some risk, yes, hire some shoes, and then you're good to go. And it's your playground to explore, and it's really, really easy to get into.
It is, you know what? It's amazing, isn't it? And even when I went down, I know it wasn't speed climbing. It was the wall, the climbing wall. There you go, got the words out. It was just incredible seeing how many people were excited to do it, and you know, there was people younger than me that just weren't scared, and they were so excited. You have that adrenaline rush, don't you? And
they were scared at one point.
Yes, they were, and they just have that adrenaline rush, and it's so lovely to see. And you know what? The sport is really, you know, especially of course in the Olympics as well in 2024, you know, in 2028 as well. So, you know, it's a really good time to be a part of the sport, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. What you'll see at the weekend that I think will be really special if you tune into the National University's Lead and Speed Climbing Championships is that we have this spearhead of really good top climbers, Team GB athletes, Olympians, etc. And then we have the up-and-coming athletes from all the universities across the country. And climbing is really special for that. We have facilities where if you go down to your local climbing wall, you may well bump into an Olympian. You may well bump into a World Cup climber. And everyone gets to kind of be part of that same space. And I think that's really special and something that other sports don't have.
No, that's really good. And also, that's the kind of like a bit of a role model moment, isn't it? Because if you are that champion like Louise, who we've just spoken to, who, you know, has won the championship 2 years in a row, if you're young and looking up to Louise and thinking, oh my God, look how quick she gets up, that is my dream. That's a real push for the younger generation, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And another thing that I'd like to shout out at this particular point is the kind of female representation that you get in climbing. And I think it's a really good sport in so far as also bringing in diverse people, as in people who might not have considered themselves to be sporty. it's a sport that is increasingly something that is approachable and accessible to all different types of people. So whether that's women, whether that's people who lead different lifestyles, have different work schedules, all of that. I think it's really nice to see that kind of diversity of people that can get involved and the diversity of people that can reach a really high level.
Absolutely. So before I let you go, how will it work on Saturday? Of course, if people, like you said, people can watch it live on the live stream. We'll talk about that in a second. But how does it work on Saturday? Is it just qualifications and people get knocked out as they go?
Mm-hmm. There are 3 different events that people should be aware of in climbing, and our event covers 2 of them. Those 2 events that I'm talking about are lead climbing and speed climbing. Speed climbing is the most simple to understand. In speed climbing, you race up a standardized wall. It's the same everywhere you go in the world, and whoever gets the top first is the winner. We have a qualification period, and then we have knockout heats in the finals where we have these really tense races where it's the fastest sport in the world. In 6 seconds or so, it's over and we have a winner. In the lead event, what we have is something slightly different. We have climbers climbing a different route that they've never seen before, that they've never tried before. And the skill is the problem solving to learn how to get to the top of it and do it first time. What they need to do is get as high as possible before they fall off. And whoever gets the highest scores the most points. And whoever scores the most points, we crown the champion.
Well, that is something to look forward to on the weekend. So if people want to have a watch of this, because honestly, I've seen videos of this on the internet, and they get it up there like a click of a finger, isn't it? When I first saw it, I just couldn't believe how quick people get up, and it took me like a few minutes. If people want to watch it, then of course it's local here in Warwick, but if people want to just catch a glimpse of some of the best speed climbers we've got here in England, how can they?
My advice to you would be to tune into our live stream. That will be on YouTube. If you look up National Uni Lead and Speed Champs or anything like that, it should come up in your search engine. Poke around, find us, and then it's completely free to watch. However, I would then encourage you, once you're done watching it, turn around and donate some money to our partner charity, Climbers Against Cancer. We're doing the whole thing to raise money for Climbers Against Cancer.
Wow, that's lovely. That's lovely. Didn't realise that. That's lovely. Well, all the best with it on Saturday. I know it's going to be a really busy day, and of course I'm going to be there in the morning to grab some interviews of, like, as you heard from Louise and other people, of course, looking ahead to that big event on Saturday. You'll be able to hear all of that on Tuesday night on my wildcard show, 6 till 7. And I am looking forward to going. And you did say potentially you might be able to let me up the wall.
I think you're going to get some airtime, and I think your listeners are going to have to listen to you squeal.
Honestly, I am so scared, but I am so ready for it. What can happen? What's going to go wrong? Nothing. I'm going to prove myself wrong. And you know what? I said to Louise, I'm not going to do it in 9 seconds. Hopefully I can not do too bad. Elliot, it's been a pleasure. And, see you at the weekend.
Thank you so much for having me.